Wampas were a carnivorous white-furred species of mammal which dwelled on the planet Hoth. They sported a pair of small horns, razor-sharp claws and teeth, and lived in caves. Wampas also demonstrated some advanced intelligence, caring greatly about their clans, and they followed a patriarchal structure as well, but typically hunted alone. The wampa reigned at the top of Hoth's food chain as the planet's most violent alpha predator. Creatures such as the tauntaun were prey to the wampa, and in order to get close to one of these creatures, the wampa used their white fur as camouflage to aid them in ambushing their prey and were surprisingly stealthy. Typically when hunting, a wampa would not kill their prey, but the predators would drag the helpless catch to their cave and then they would be hung upside down, awaiting to be consumed at their leisure. Wampas also hunted anything they could find on Hoth and were even willing to hunt humans. Vicious wampas would occasionally sneak into a rebel base in the dead of night, forcing the closures of various passageways, and they were known to terrorize the rebels on Hoth as the Empire wasn't the only threat on the frozen planet. Their caves were typically shared between a small clan, and they dug out a huge layer beneath Hoth's ice surface, large enough to nest and store food and stay warm on the frozen planet. And wampas typically grew to be over 7 feet tall, but a giant wampa was also known to occur in Hoth in myths and legends. They were highly valued among big game hunters for the challenge that came with hunting the creature, as well as their pelts, stuffed heads, and other miscellaneous souvenirs that commanded high prices on the black market. And if they were captured alive, they were rarely seen in gladiatorial combat arenas, but they were prized fighters for these illegal arenas. And subspecies of wampas can be found on other worlds. They were transported from Hoth and adapted to various climates, and cliff wampas, swamp wampas, and desert wampas were rare on other planets, and the mogu also has a strong resemblance to the wampa. Wampas were also experimented on by the Empire, although their tests didn't produce any positive results. An interesting story about wampas is after the massacre of the Night Sisters on Dathomir, Kyriza, a Night Sister who escaped Dathomir to Hoth, began to conquer the planet by mind-controlling wampas and other wildlife, but of course wampas were her main source of power on the frozen planet. They certainly are cool creatures. They're kind of polar bear-like, but they're definitely more of a Yeti or Bigfoot, and I would like to see more of them in the Star Wars universe, especially the other variants on other planets. And overall, wampas carry a great amount of lore within the Star Wars universe, being one of the most iconic creatures in Star Wars. So with that, those are wampas. Subscribe if you would like, and until next video, goodbye.